Hey, we got a bit of a bug problem.
What kind of bug problem?
Bigger bugs than we'd expect. Here, take this.
This is a BB gun.
Yeah, well, they're not that big. There's one on your shoulder.
Ah! Hello, Luke here, and we're looking at the Carnifex today. This is the Carnifex that we're looking at. This one I bought used, and this is how they have it in tubs. They have them in Ziploc baggies, and they have a little note on the inside how much they cost. As you can see, this Carnifex was $25. And he came pre-built with slithing talons and a stranglethorn cannon, which is how I have all my other Carnifexes built, and it's my favorite way to run Carnifexes, Carnifexes. The only thing is, you didn't have a little tail bit, like end tail bit. So I have, sprues from all my other Carnifexes that have all my little extra parts on them, so I decided to give them a little tail nub. But he was already pre-primed black, then zenithal white, so it's really easy if you get them pre-primed. You don't have to prime them, you just go ahead, slap your base coats on, you're good to go. Here I am going in with the red vermilion for my behemoth, and then also going on the black on the carapace. And I have a behemoth army, so this is the starting of my paint scheme for the behemoth. If you've seen a bunch of my videos, you know that my first army was Ultramarines. So every army after that, it was colored up as the invaders of the Ultramar system. So Behemoth, Death Guard, all crazy stuff like that. They were all colored up of the armies that invaded Ultramar. And, Behemoth is just, in my opinion, one of the cooler paint schemes. Official paint schemes of Tyranids. The coconut crab Tyranids always look really cool, look really nice. But like I said, I have many other Carnifexes. Yep. So he'll just be another shooty one. I like the shooty ones specifically because it seems like whenever I play Tyranids, I don't do a whole lot in the shooting phase if I don't bring my Carnifexes. Like, even when I have Tyranifex and Exocrines, they don't seem to do much. Like, my Carnifexes are always the stable ones. They're always the very, consistent ones. Are they consistent? It seems that way. It seems that way to me. That, it doesn't hurt. I love bringing Old One-Eye to lead them. Old One-Eye is the bomb diggity dog. He is the day one homie, But here I am, after I, don't oiled everything, going back with Evil Sun Scarlet Red to really brighten everything up from the shade. I have the carapace started with the Sotek Green going. I'll later highlight that up with Temple Guard Blue, right here, Temple Guard Blue. And then I'll also go back with an orange, and I'll highlight their red skin as well with the orange, just to make certain, certain areas pop. The orange highlight looks a lot better on the Termagants than it does, I think, the Carnifex, just because there's less things to highlight on the Termagant, so you actually, like, the orange really is really bright and really pops. Moved green for the eyes, and I swear, I'm not going to say that it makes it pop again. I just noticed how many times I said, it just makes it pop. It just makes it pop. Nope, not doing that. It draws attention to the eye area. Same thing with Emperor's Children Pink for the tongue. It draws attention to the crowded eyes and the face where there's a lot of stuff going on behind the weapon. It allows you to pull focus into the center of the model. If that's what you really want me to say, that's what I want to say. I'm not going to say, it makes it pop again. I swear. I'm done saying it. Here, you shot the bone for the teeth. Looking nice. There's that bright orange that I highlight the skin up with just a little bit. There's one or two spots where I did go too heavy on the orange, and it looks weird because it is a bright orange against the red, and it doesn't quite work in that certain spot. But other than that, it works great. And I'm pretty much done with him at this point. Armageddon Dust for the base, and he's looking good. I was trying to come up with like some idea to do crazy things for the base. So a lot of my Carnifexes, I have cheap human models that I like cut up and painted and put blood effect on them. Like the Carnifexes, like chopped them up and discarded the bodies. But I just couldn't. Nothing was like inspiring me to do anything crazy, so I didn't. Not everything has to be groundbreaking, crazy, over the top. There's nothing wrong with just a Armageddon Dust and a black rim. I didn't even put any grass tufts on them. That doesn't stop you from like going back and sprucing up your bases at all. And this is Carnifex. This has been Luke Header. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a nice week. As always, just keep painting.